Oh, hello. Hi. In this video, I'm trying to explain my requirements in a video. I think it's very effective explaining to you in a video. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. Yeah. So let's start now. So the requirements it's actually build a basic accounting application online. So online mean like a cloud base. So we've been doing accounting on Excel sheet. I know it sucks and it's really hard and horrible. So this is our this is a basic template only. So as you can see, the month is there. So these are order numbers here, and then customer name, and then the description, and then purchased, where did we purchased, like that, and then the sold price and purchase price, and the delivery cost. So it's a typical example of having accounting on a small business. So we have a small e-commerce business. So these are the things. So we are doing all accounting in Excel sheet, and it really sucks at the moment. So I'm looking for a way to integrate this in a cloud base, so where people can not people, at least one person can log in and enter this data in a browser rather than in Excel, and also have because in Excel, like, you can delete these, like, and then you can delete a row. It's lots of a mess here. So if you have everything in an order, that's kind of a good way to do it. So I'm going to attach all these materials for you to go through. I've also made a presentation as well, so for you to get a clear understanding about this project. So I'll just, this is our current sheet. So this is the current sheet that we are working on, and so I've been using an application called a Wave app. So it's an accounting application. Obviously, it's a free app at the moment. So I also, whenever you applied for the work, obviously I will give you this username and password, so you can have a look at it. So it's actually a commercial product. This one, it's a very popular for accounting for small businesses. So I'm just going to show you how. So this is the dashboard. Obviously, I don't need a dashboard like this. So what I'm looking for, I'll just show you quickly. Hopefully, I'll keep the video like less than 10 minutes. Wow, it's 3 minutes already. So this is the accounting application. So this is already, you can just, anybody can register with this website and then get it. However, the problem with this, it's not customizable. So we want something like this. As you can see, we need some custom functions and so on and so forth. There are some reporting functions that we need. Obviously, it's not there. So I need someone to build something like this. Obviously, it's not complicated like this one. This has too many functions and like too many the buttons and stuff. So I'm looking for something simple and easy. So I've made a presentation. So I will just open that presentation for you, so you can I'm just showing you this as what I'm actually need as a prototype, or these all handmade. So I just cut and copy paste and from different locations. So everything is I made in buttons and everything. So just to give you an idea, but you will have a clear understanding once you finish the presentation. So I'll try to finish it in like 3 minutes or less, or maybe 4 minutes. So this, it will be a domain name, obviously, whatever the domain name. It could be any domain name. By the way, I also want to talk to you about the hosting costs and the domain costs. Obviously, everything will be separate. It will. So the price that advertised on the job, or the project, that price for you, actually, that price for your work, but any other cost involved with let's say to do with your let's say hosting or any other tools, that will be separate. That's separate. It's understandable. So as you can see, you go to a website, possibly hopefully our website or anything else, I'm not sure. So it should have a login details like username and password and sign in, and it doesn't have to be HTTPS because only one person is going to use it. It's not a big deal. So you have a login username and password and sign in. Once you sign in, as you can see, you have monthly view reports and logout. These will be separate pages. I'm just going to show you how. So this is the dashboard. So this is where you're going to land. Like this is where once you develop, this is what's going to see. As you can see here, you should have when you click on this, it should pop up calendar, so people the user can click on a date, and then as you can see here, all these marks, that means it's a drop down menu. So I'm just so it's a drop down menu. So I can once you develop this app, so I should be able to click on this and select. And the other thing is, as you can see, you have it another one here. So I'll just go back to the previous one. So when you click on this add this plus button, it should appear another column like that. So that's what happened. And then when you click on add new button here, it should appear exactly similar like on a bottom, on below, and it should have all the data here like this, and the button obviously so these two button just came down. So it's a simple logic. So it just like something similar like this kind of box appear on the top. And if you hit add new again, another one gonna appear. So at the same time when you click on this, there's another line gonna appear, and if you hit this minus button, obviously that's gonna disappear this line. So that's the simple basic. And so I'm just gonna show you an example with data in it. So as you can see, this is the date. So you have a date and you have order numbers and customer name, the item description. Now here I'm going to show you something probably important. These things that I marked in, do you see this something marked in underline? Underline things can be edited from the user, but these ones obviously cannot edit. It has a drop down menu. So this one has a drop down menu, this one has a drop down menu, this one has a drop down menu, and then obviously the net, it cannot edit because it's going to calculate automatically based on how much the sold price and purchase price minus, it's a mathematical little formula. It's a basic formula. So the net profit will be how much you sold item and your purchase item. So the sold item minus these two combined. So that's what it is. So it's a simple mathematic. And again, this one, it's a reflection of sold price here. So I would once we start the project, obviously I will explain to you the mathematics, or you can click on this Excel sheet. I'm just going to exit quickly. You can have a look at this Excel sheet that I provide you. This Excel sheet, then you understand what's this formula. So this is a formula. It's a simple formula. Here is a E2 minus F2 and this. So it's a simple formula, and again all the formulas are correct here. If you look at this, the total of the sold price, obviously this is it's a total of that. So if you're good at Excel, you will understand all the formula. Everything it's formulated, so you can click on these and then you can understand the basic formula. And when you're going to convert that into an app, obviously this will be the logic for you to use that. Just hold on a minute, let me just so I'm going to go back to the so as you can see here, these are the drop down menu. I made it in Excel, but it's really ineffective because you can't do reporting and so forth. So as you can see here, see this, it's a drop down, but obviously these can be you can edit these in a text, but this is what I need. I'm just going to show you the example. So as you can see, this can be edited by the user, okay, but it's a drop down menu. Obviously user can edit, but it's a drop down menu. And this cannot be done you can't do anything with this two, especially sorry, this one, net, and this one, and any of these number except this one. So this cannot change. Obviously this is going to display. So like for example, if you look at this app, so like something can be edited, but some things cannot be edited, because if you calculate something times something and the total shouldn't, I mean, you can edit it, but what's the point? It's just a mathematical formula. Like 5 times 2 is 10, so you don't have to edit that, something like that. So this is an example. So hopefully I'm gonna keep my timing. Wow, it's take a long time. So right, so as I said, I hope you understand that. So there's a drop down menu, and here the reason why you have a drop down menu, so those data can be used in later on. I'm going to show you why. When you're going to create reports and so forth, we need to add them into categories. So I will just show you in this application. So see these categories. So these categories are different categories here. Where you can when you go to reports, you can generate reports by the category. So that's why we need to have this drop down function in order to generate reports. So I'm just going to show you another example where you have a 2 columns. So this is by the day. So the entire block is actually dedicated for 1 day, if you've seen it. So this is for 1st of May and this is for 2nd of May. So every time it will not, so this is very important one. So it will not come 1st May, 2nd May, 3rd May, like that. It will not come. So each block has to be like this. So that's very important, because we have to close for the day. We need to we have to have a closing balance. So because we have some physical activity going on where we need to deal day-to-day basis, the income and all the expenses and money deposit into the bank and so on and so forth. It's a process that we need. Therefore we need to have this this section. This has a block, the entire block. We need to have this block for the everyday. So when you add new, it comes up another block like this, and that block belongs to 1 day. And now I'm going to show you the other button. It's called add an extra expense. So this is the add an extra expense. So comments. So when you click on add an extra expense, it should load a new page. So it should not, when you click on this, it should go to another page. So this will not appear below or somewhere. It should go to another page. So the another pages look like this. So as you can see, home expense page. So it's very similar, but it's less. As you can see, you have so many columns here, but this one does not have. So we have only few, and then again it's a drop down menu, and then expense type, and then you can put a description. Wherever you find these underlined, that means user can edit. So wherever you find underline, yes, wherever you find underline, user can edit. Wherever drop down is a drop down. Obviously if it's a date, it's going to be a calendar. So I'm just going to go back. Yeah, so again it's the same function, minus, plus. And by the way, this verified and unverified, this is another thing I want to just show you. In the Excel sheet, we have verified and unverified. It's again a drop down menu. Unverified means, so this order hasn't been completed or anything like that. So you need to have this kind of a function. So the logic will be, if this order is unverified, this amount should not reflect here. It's a logic. So whenever you hit the verify, this amount should reflect here. Obviously it doesn't happen here because it's Excel, but when we build the application it should reflect on this the numbers, because when you unverified means the order hasn't been dispatched or any other reason. So at the same time this money amount should not reflect the numbers. Numbers should reflect, but in the Excel it doesn't. So when we build the app, obviously it should happen. So I'm just gonna show here. So as you can see, the same function, and then verify here, it's a drop down menu, and then I'm gonna go to the next page. So this is the example of the data. As you can see, you have a date. So this can be slightly different. This can be a list of data, so it's like a typical sheet. Okay, so you have a list of dates, and it has to be by month. So this is the if you look at this one, this type, you have one block for the day. But the other type, the expense page, you can have multiple days, like you can have any day you want, and this is the drop down menu, and then the description and the cost, obviously verified, unverified, and then total price. You can find that on the Excel sheet that I'm gonna send you. That's called the app development template. Yeah, so this is again, it's a daily transaction. Here you can find all the information, and then day 2 example. This is everything. I made it into Excel, so you can play around here. And here the other expense column, all the data is there. Yeah, and then now I'm gonna go to the last final bit of the 16 minutes. Wow, right, time flies. All right, so this is a monthly view. So as you remember, I have couple of buttons on the top. You have a monthly view, reports, and logout. So far we discussed about we discussed about this button and add an extra expense button, and then I'm going to show you this too. Obviously you don't need a logout, it's just logging out, only this two. So this is an example. Now it's a monthly view. So just assume that you click on this monthly view button. So comments, when you click on this monthly view, it should appear, it should generate reports for the monthly based on the data. So based on the data that the user entered, so based on all the data the user entered, it should generate. When you click on monthly view, it should appear like this. So you have the month and the day, the number of days worked, the total orders, cancel orders, the total sales, and the expense, and all the information should appear. This information gonna actually captured from the user, whatever the user enter on the expense section. So for example, if you see this entire section, extra expense, this entire thing actually came from this. See this? The entire thing it's pull all the data the user entered, it's going to appear here. And again, number of date worked, obviously it's a logic. You know how many days the user worked, so how many blocks user being created, so that equal how many days. So if it's a 2, which means 2, so first of May is there, 2nd May are there, so which means 2 days worked. So again, those all logic. And total orders, so you can count. We can have a measure, we can have a way of counting. For example, this is a 1 number, 2, 3, 4, 5, so this is 5 orders for that particular day, and this is again, this is an example, but whatever number here is going to reflect on the orders. And then cancel orders, that actually can be collect from here. So if someone cancelled, so this order is cancelled, that's going to reflect back. But if it's hard, this one, the cancel part, we can remove that one. We can leave that cancelled part. But however, the total sale, obviously that's the total of everyday sale combined. And the other thing, it's pretty straightforward. Total purchasing cost it's actually simple. It's the total of this expenses. So whatever the expenses, this is the total sale, and you add all the everyday sales, and then you get the final total sales as a report on the report. And everything here, whatever you see here is whatever you get, whatever the user put onto the system should appear here. So this is the report, a monthly view, and of course this is the April. And then when you want to add, then you will find a block by block on bottom. So April, May gonna be there, and then June, and so on and so forth. Now, so this is the monthly view. So the last one is about reporting. So the reporting, let me tell you just quickly about reporting. This is, if you think it's so hard to make it, we can just leave that report part. However, if you can make it, that's great. But if you think reporting is this is a bit hard to make it, so it's like a basic reporting, like orders by, and like when you click on this, there's a drop down menu. It will show you orders by day or whatever, and then you have expense by, so on and so forth, and it should generate reports like this. And then it should export into Excel or CSV or PDF. So that I have it. So that's it for the presentation. So I have that also in the Excel here, reporting section. As you can see, you can have a drop down menu, and all these other reports should generate. But if it's too complicated, at least we'll try to keep one or two. But if you think it's so hard, but we can keep that aside. So as you can see, daily transaction, all the data here, 2 days view, and other expenses column, okay, and then monthly view already there like that. So everything numbers, you can get it. Obviously these are numbers that I entered, but you know, and reports here. And this is the presentation. So everything, I hope everything is clear. So it's, you know, straightforward. Someone will log in quickly and then see that, and this is the button, and these are the drop down menus. And then you have when you click on add an extra expense, it goes to a new page like this, and then obviously you should have a home button so they can go back to the home page. And then you have a click of monthly view. The monthly view obviously should look like this. All the data you find here is actually a reflection of what the user entered. And then lastly, the reporting part, if it's too difficult, we can leave that. However, even if you can keep one or two, that would be great. So that's it for the time being. And please, if you have any questions, you can ask me. And good luck, and please submit your application so we can start quickly. Thank you. And then I'm sorry for the time. You know, I thought I could finish maybe 10 minutes, but it's 23 minutes, 13 minutes late. Sorry for that. Thank you.